When you disagree with an IRS determination, you're really choosing a forum, and the EA exam loves one big divider. Do you have to pay first or not? Your three main paths are IRS Appeals, U.S. Tax Court, or refund litigation in U.S. District Court or the Court of Federal Claims. Each one has a different purpose, tone, and timing. Start with IRS Appeals. It's called the Independent Office of Appeals for a reason. It's separate from exam and collection. It's designed to resolve disputes fairly and impartially, without favoring you or the government. It's also more informal than court, and appeals officers are instructed to seriously consider settlement offers. On the exam, think administrative resolution and independent. Now the pay first rule. If you choose IRS Appeals, you generally don't have to pay the contested tax first. Same idea for U.S. Tax Court. You're disputing before paying the deficiency. But if you skip those and go to refund litigation, you must pay first, then sue for a refund in District Court or the Court of Federal Claims. That pay first distinction is a classic EA exam trap. So how do you choose between appeals and tax court? Appeals is built for settlement and narrowing issues without the cost and formality of court. Tax court is litigation, more formal, procedural, and aimed at a judge's decision. In real life, many cases try appeals first, then go to tax court if needed. On the exam, if the question screams settlement or administrative, think appeals. Don't assume an appeal stops the meter. An IRS appeal does not normally abate penalties and interest. They keep accruing until either the balance is paid or the taxpayer wins, and the result is essentially no change. This is easy to miss because appeal sounds like a pause button. It isn't. Exam tip: if you see during appeals, assume interest keeps running. Finally, what makes a valid appeal argument? It must be grounded in tax law, facts, statutes, regs, and how the IRS applied them. You can't appeal based only on moral, religious, political, constitutional, or similar objections. The IRS hears a lot of those. The exam will test this as a not a valid basis question. If it's not law-based, it's not appeals-based. Marcus was audited and the IRS disallowed a large business deduction. He disagreed, went to U.S. Tax Court, and he won. He paid a lawyer to file the petition and also paid court filing fees. Can Marcus recover the legal expenses he incurred to defend his position? Options include yes under certain conditions, only filing fees, splitting costs, or no reimbursement at all. Think about it. The best answer is yes, but only if certain requirements are met, like being the prevailing party and the IRS position not being substantially justified, plus other limits. That's why choice A is correct. A tempting wrong answer is only filing fees, because people assume attorney's fees are never recoverable. But the tax rules can allow reasonable litigation and administrative costs when you qualify. A case in the U.S. Tax Court is commenced by what action? The choices include an IRS impasse, a formal protest, the filing of a petition, or a taxpayer's appeal. Focus on the procedural trigger that officially starts the court case. Think about it. The correct answer is the filing of a petition. That's what commences a U.S. tax court case. A formal protest is part of the IRS administrative process, like appeals, but it doesn't start a court case. On the EA exam, if you see commenced, think petition filed with the court, usually after a statutory notice and within the deadline.